pinpoint with the 15-inch coil. This is a super nail infested area, so I'm going to show you how to pinpoint with this. So first of all, you can see that I'm just obviously trying to really isolate that small target. And I move the coil up and down to actually see if there's something legitimate there. I mean, the more I can move my coil up and down and keep a signal, the better. And I'm also listening and looking for the height of my signal, so that where it's the strongest. So I can get a consistent signal there. So I'm right to the right of my target. I mean, literally like a millimeter away from it. What I'm going to do is pivot 90 degrees. Alright? And now I try to find it this way. And if you're getting a repeatable signal both ways, and you can create a crosshair, which is what we just did, right? So we're right on top of the target now. I'm going to pivot again, 90. And you can do this in a 360 degree, 90 degree pivot, 90 degree pivot. But I don't even do that very often, unless it's a very iffy signal. Here, now I'm just kind of hopping side to side on either that, and then I'm going to pivot, right? Now, why is this so important? Because I've seen so many professionals, people who I follow, who I look up to, who get the 15-inch coil and they get really frustrated with it right away. And that's because the 15-inch coil pinpoints way back here. Now, you could say, I'll just use my pinpoint button and pinpoint back there. It's not that simple. It's a weird coil. And I can tell you right now that I've never had any issues pinpointing this way. Just move that coil till you find the strength of your signal. Now, what's interesting about this signal is deteriorating. Obviously, we can hear it. There we go. Got it back. I'm going to pin it, and then I'm going to pivot. Let's see how I got that back. Pin it, pivot. So that sounds pretty good. Let's go ahead and dig that, see what that is. Alright, so that was a pull tab, but it was way down there. So that was a good 7 inches. For a pull tab, that's pretty deep. And this area is just caked with iron. I mean, you heard all the iron in there. That could have been anything. So let's go try and find another one. So this is great. This is a great opportunity, because if you've watched my other videos, I've shown that 15 kilohertz in my conditions I'm not saying in every condition. I don't want to sound like I'm stating an opinion. Just in my experience, in the dirt and soil I hunt in, hits at a 14-inch silver dime. But multi-frequency doesn't. Multi-frequency goes way down in numbers on the silver dime for some reason when it's that deep. Only when it's at max depth though. And what it behaves like is a little bit like this, except in this case multi is hitting a little bit higher in numbers than it normally does on a silver dime. So let's just take a look. We're in 15 kilohertz now. Now normally something that jumpy, even in single frequency, I would never dig, except notice how faint it sounds and how deep the depth meter is. Now, when we switch over to multi is also telling me it's deep, right? And it also sounds faint. Whereas if it sounded loud with multi-frequency and it was showing me like a between 1 and 10, I'd just leave it and walk on. But watch this. So since this is my pinpointing video, we're going to pivot 90 degrees. And I don't know if you noticed, but I had to bring my coil about 3 or 4 inches to the left because I was behind my target. So now what I've done is I've created a crosshair. Look how small that is. That you can't be big about this, right? It's tiny, tiny, tiny. Okay, so get on that target, pivot 90 degrees again. And look at that depth meter. Get on that target, pivot 90 degrees again. See how I had to go up about an inch there because I was off. So now I know it's right there, right in front of my toe. So what I do is I come down, I keep my eyes, I'm going to turn multi off here. I keep my eyes on that spot, because if you take your eyes off, you're going to lose that exact spot. Or I'll put my finger on it and I'll grab my leash or my digging tool from my pocket while I put my finger on it with my other hand. Okay, so let's take a look at what this is. Alright, so interestingly, I hit an ant's nest here. Only about 5.5 inches down. I found this really interesting. It's definitely old. Used to have some gold gilt on it. Looks like some kind of little lock. Definitely old. I don't know if you guys can see that gold gilt on it. And that's why it was kind of jumping around a little bit, is because of the different metals. This is obviously brass or copper. Probably brass with some gold gilt on it or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, interesting dig. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, so here's another great one I got. So I'll just show you guys my little circle trick here. I'll just go. Look how I'm staying on. Just a tiny little sweep, and I'm just isolating that target. And I've got it in my mind exactly where it is, so I'm just kind of frog hopping that thing. Boom, 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 right? .360. So we know that target is exactly right there in front of my toe. There's no doubt in your mind now, and you've really isolated your spot so you can dig a much smaller plug and you know, not damage property and so forth. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what this is. Well, I'm very surprised. This is a clumped up piece of aluminum, so it just made itself sound really good. And I've been digging these lately because I'm going for some gold rings, but yeah, great pinpoint on that. See you on the next one. All right, this one's sounding good. Let's turn the volume up for you guys. Let's go to multi. That was 15 kilohertz. So now we're in multi. Alright, so take a look at the coil now. Look at that isolation. Now we're gonna pin it on the center. We're gonna pivot. See how I moved up an inch or two because I was pinpointing it a little bit behind the coil one direction. Now we're circling it. Start to lose it right about there, so this could easily be, this could be a nail, so let's check it out. All right, everybody, I haven't looked at it yet, but you can see I was right about there, so that was a good 7 inches down, and I think it's going to be, oh, look at that patina. Yeah, that's a weedy. Oh yeah, that is a nice patina on it. Gorgeous. Let's see if we can get a date for you guys. 1920. Yep, 1920. Beautiful. Let's see if we can get some silver around here. That was a great example. And you could see how there was actually iron. There's iron everywhere here, but I could get that thing probably 300 degrees and it was really consistent. I mean, you just know when you get that perfect consistency. And there was no drifting. So yeah, this is my pinpointing technique. Let's go for another. Cheers. Okay, everybody, so that wheat penny was right there. Let's turn my volume up for you guys. And I got another signal right here, probably 2 feet away. I wouldn't say this is good of a signal. I'm in multi-frequency. Pin it. Pivot 90. Pin it, pivot 90. So you're creating a crosshair. A little jumpy. Could be the iron in the ground. Pivot. Oh, I lost it. This is much easier with headphones on. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut you off and dig this. This is absolutely nuts. This little silver racket pin, it's definitely silver, was down here, 6 inches down. Look at that tiny little thing. And I flicked It has a little screen in it for like a racket, you know. I almost lost the thing. I mean, man, I don't know. This might not be silver, but if it's that deep and it doesn't have any tarnishing on it, like it doesn't. I can see a mark there. Actually looks like the Star of David. I'll have to check this out and get some images for you guys, but that's a cool find. And man, I mean, we pinpointed that, boom, right in the center of the hole. All right, see you on the next one. Hey everybody, so I have a very interesting signal here. I'm just gonna wrap my headphone cord around my head here. So let's get the volume up a little bit for you guys. And this is my pinpoint video, so we're gonna show how to pinpoint this one. So again, you see how small we want to make that, and we want to kind of move up a little and down a little. You see where I start to lose it. And then what we're going to do is pivot on the target and find it this direction. And then we're going to pivot on the target and find it this direction. Pivot. You can see how the signal is deteriorating. You see that? So that's most likely iron, the way that deteriorated as we went on. But we're going to go ahead and dig it anyway. So I'll get back to you. Okay, so that was an older pull tab. And you don't have to circle around it that many times. I'm just doing that because this is I just want to show different techniques of circling around it. But yeah, usually I'll just do a quick bop up one way, 90-degree turn, bop up. And if I'm a little hesitant, I'll do another one just so I'm absolutely sure. And let's get on to the next. Okay, I got a nice little dime signal here. That's multi, single. I mean, you can hear the iron around the signal. So if I turn the volume up for you guys, and you'll just hear, if you swept over this, see how that's just coming through? All right, so let's dig this. Hopefully it's not clad. Well, that was a clad dime, but it was a great example of how you could, you got to go low and slow, and my pinpointing trick still worked amongst all that iron. In fact, I guarantee it probably worked better than the pinpointer itself on the Equinox. So yeah, this is what this video is about. It's not about great finds, but maybe we'll find something. I'm in one of my favorite spots today, so let's get on with it.